Yes, wanokose mu news program yaffe the crisscross Sseruyiga Vini yenze agigutte mu mitambo olunaku olwaleero. Yongera okwebaza bannayuganda mwenna abatugoberera okuba gy'otandikira paka gye tuwunzikira. Ate era ne mbeebaza naddala mu abasubscribinga, abalikinga ne musharinga, ate era ne mukomentinga. Mutuyambako okwongera ku mutindo n'okutuukiriza ddala ebyo bye mutusuubiramu. Kitera kutambula nzekka n'olunaku olwaleero ntambudde n'abagenyi bange. Ku luno obadde mutera kundaba na mugenyi omu, naye ku luno ntambudde n'abagenyi bawerako era nga bayina obulumi, bayina essanyu, bayina ebyokugamba bannayuganda bingi. Nsaba obuuze ku batulaba.
Abatulaba amannya Nansubuga Zainab, female youth representative of the young people of Rakai to the district council, interim treasurer, Uganda National Councillors Association, and Central Region treasurer of Central Region Youth Councillors Association.
Abatulaba nsanyuse nnyo okubeerako wano, nsanyuse nnyo okubeegattako. Mami Alvin webale kunkyaza. Amannya yenze Egunyo Tracy, nze female youth councillor Buvuma district era vice chairperson LC5 Buvuma district. Looza asingira ddala obuto.
Ku nsonga eyo yennyini ate onnaba kuzza muzindaalo. Kyo kikuviirako okuyingira ebyobufuzi mu myaka egyo?
Really? Yandibadde calling naye abantu abasinga bagamba calling. Mine on the other hand is the love I have for the people. Nze ebyobufuzi mbiyingidde ndi mwana muto, sigenda ku disclosing myaka gyange, naye bitandise ndi mwana muto kuba ndabidde ku my mom former MP. She was MP like a term ago. She was MP for 10 years, yaliyo for 2 terms. Loyal kada, lwakuba kati ali mu public service. That's where I get the inspiration from and join politics.
Wayingira politics kyemanyi wayingira n'ensonga nnyingi nnyo, naye kusomoozebwa kyokka osinze okusanga mu byobufuzi?
Okusomoozebwa sirina kungi. Okusomoozebwako kubaawo kuba byansi, naye nzize ndaba abantu nga babirwana. So ebyobufuzi bwe bityo, ebyobufuzi you have to hit humps, no maneuvering. You have to maneuver somewhere. So challenges nzi facing, but sibe ebintu ebisobola okunnemesa kyenjagala. The love I have for the people, it's inspiring and it's pushing to drive myself and wake up every day and fight for my people, fight for the people of Buvuma district, fight for the island district, fight for the unprivileged people. So just moyo gw'abantu.
Okay. Ensonga nyingi nnyo ezitambula mu ggwanga, kuba nga sinna kujjako muzindaalo nja nsooke kutwalaganya ojja kunzikiriza. Tuva mu kalulu ka LC2 twasookera mu ka LC1 tujja mu ka LC2, so fake kali kalenti. Buvuma bibadde bitya?
Buvuma akalulu ka LC2 kano abantu ba NRM batekinze up these places. Era ogenda kusanga nga basinga babadde ne ba chairperson ku LC1 okuviira ddala ku LC1 basigaze ebifo byabwe babiretaininze. Abasinga be bareplacinze mpozi ng'omuntu yafa oba nga teyakomyewo, but mostly NRM is doing so well. 90% actually NRM nekuddako independent ate endala nezigoberera.
Ewammwe gino emivuyo twaba mu kalulu mwabigolwa oba mwasaba ne mubigumira oba mwabamu ku abo ababyenyigiramu?
Emivuyo
naddala nti gundi tubaze babiri ate tulabye 13.
No, era I upload our electoral commission. Electoral commission yaffe eri very organized in that obululu bwaffe violence ntono nnyo kuba ne security eri up and numbers si nyingi ku Island District okusinziira ng'eno mu bibuga. Mu Island District abantu batonoko, they are easier to manage, ne security eri tight. Era I upload our Electoral Commission, I upload our DISO, DPC and everyone. Security eri nice, not 100%, but tewaliwo mivuyo, tewaliwo eyo violence, gyeri ebintu bye tulaba ku TV. Omuntu bamufumita ekiso wano mu bulago awe mukono, bamufumita wano ekiso, they admitted him and people were following registers nga oba toli mu register tolonda. So batambula bulungi.
Alright, wano kwese mu news tuzo kwandi kutusaako ebintu bingi nnyo. Madam Nasoboka nga bakumpera omuzindaalo. Lakayi mu kaloko wa LC2 kubage kali twagenda ovaawo ng'akawa LC1 ogambye nti Lakayi mwayola kayole. Aka LC2 waliwo wayambyeko kabayolerako oba nako mwetisekeeti?
Neyanza nnyo, my dear moderator. Kati akaluka LC2 basically katambudde nga olaba kaluka LC1 we katambula. We have managed to maneuver, that is 71%. Like I can say the total of NRM winning in the whole of Uganda is 71%. And when you look at how Rakai we've won, Rakai has biggest numbers of NRM because we vote President Museveni 85%. And for the fact that we've been into something we call 120k votes from 7, we have been into the same to win as NRM. So I can say we managed to win the LC2, I guess in around 2 sub-counties. That is where things didn't go as we planned. But twasobodde okuba nti in our 19 administrative units, more 43 parishes zetulina mu Kochi constituents, and the other 34 parishes we have, we managed to actually win the biggest numbers in NRM in Rakai. So kyobamanya ebintu bitambula nga bwe twabibala.
Yongera kubajjukiza bannaffe ababiva organic be batuyambako ku nsonga y'okubatuusaako ebintu binene bye mulaba ne tubaweereza bulungi nnyo. Abaagala namba y'essimu ebeera ku screen yaffe, ate era headquarters aweesanga wali eri Mengo okulinaana olubiri lwa Ssaabasajja Kabaka Mengo awo oba obeetaaze so batuukako. Nasubuga akalulu oli mumativu n'engeri mwakafunyeemu Lakayi kuba kati ebyakawolo tugambe kati gavumenti yonna ewedde wakubiriza ki?
Otunuulira local councils zaffe engeri we zitambudde. I think I'm very contented with what is happening in Rakai when it comes to LC2 elections. LC1, yes, twafunamu awo obuvuyo obutonotono, but when our ministers came in there, our electoral commission managed to reorganize the elections. Nezigenda maaso, era all villages that were complaining they did not elect, they managed to elect, and definitely as NRM we managed to win. And same thing with the parish electoral commission of Rakai, head by Mrs. Asimwe Deborah, worked hand in hand with the people of the district and the people of the parish level, because when you look at government, most of the government programs, they look at the parish being the first administrative unit. You get, that is why we have the PDM, that's why you get, they look at a parish development model, which is whereby parish ebeeranga ye administrative unit esookerwako. So I can say obululu for parish level oba local council too, batambudde bulungi.
Ku level gye muliko ey'abakansala mwafunye kasente tulaba ebitongole byonna ebisigadde nga kuba kati bamemba ba parliament balance okuvuga emmotoka ziri eri eza enkuba yankuba dda nako ebisooto emba parliament gavumenti namwe yabalowoozezaako.
you come to our site, tetufuna sente za mmotoka. Era saagala tuve wano nkwatire wali amatayiti nina sente z'emmotoka. Tetulina sente z'emmotoka. The fact that I'm a youth leader, I hear there are some advocates. Our topmost youth leaders are advocating for what? For motorbikes, because before Chua Motors provided motorbikes to Mosei, and later on these were motorbikes being given to mobilizers of NRM, and I believe some of the councillors were mobilizers of NRM. So as youths, as youth councillors, some of them maybe you never know. Because those motorbikes are not yet out, and I would like to remind the president, our dear Jaja, will actually remind you about those motorbikes. I know I may not be one of the people going to get it, or because I even don't know how to ride a bicycle. How would I even ride how can I ride a motorbike?
You can hire Alvin.
But then other people, I'm reminding the president on behalf of other young people, because Chua Motors gave these bikes to the president, and the president said they were for the young people mobilizers. So we are actually taking note on reminding him about those motorbikes. The other thing is we get haifas as young leaders. So we're also reminding the president of our ante. Yeah. This time round, he said he will give us our haifas in form of money. So we cannot wait, dear Jaja, to actually get our command.
Okay. Kunteka Honorable Balaam, Minister. Ennaku zino yatandika nga atali munnabyabufuzi. Naye essaawa zino eno olabira ddala nga singa si ki. Emboozi egamba nti ayinza okuba yajja nga candidate 231 ku pulezidenti. Namulabako era akaayi. Byagenda bitya, bameka be wajjayo nga yakavaayo, bameka be wasibisa, kuba ku level gy'oliko eyo wa district oteeka okuba nga olina bwe wagamba gundi oyo yali ssente z'eddagala.
First of all, I would like to tell the people about Honorable Balaam. Honorable Balaam is a minister of local government, and he works closely with Honorable Justina Nsubuga, woman member of Parliament, Masaka City, and again the state minister for local government. They were once in Rakai. It was a Friday, and that day they arrived in Rakai. They first went to the hospital, Rakai Hospital. Yes, at some point they did not, I will not say, by the way, we would first credit ourselves in Rakai. We were one of the districts that did not have corruption issues. Oh dear. Continue. So, they came along with Minister Hanifa Kawoya. They went to Rakai Hospital. They moved around with the staffs. The only challenges we found in Rakai Hospital was that my patients were sleeping outside, like on the floor, meaning we did not have enough beds in Rakai Hospital. But afterwards, it was not because of corruption that patients were sleeping down, but it was because when you look at how far these patients come from, because Rakai is a hospital and the other health centers, meaning there is a time where the health centers refer a lot to the hospital. So you find it nti abantu abajja mu ddwaliro bangi nnyo, so ne babeera nga beebaka wansi, abalala nga bali ku bitanda. So notunira nti abantu abalina obuvune oba obukosefu maybe ku mibiri gyabwe in form of obulwadde bangi, ate nga obulwadde tebusobola beera managed ku health center 3 level eziri mu sub-county. So health centers ezo 3 and 4 zi-referring abalwadde bano maaso mu maternity ward.
Okay. Madam Trace, Honorable Trace, I have a friend okola ku UBC, it's called Traceline. So amanya ganyumira nnyo naddala nga ngayita. In Buvuma district, Do you welcoming Honorable Balaam? Obanga to give a clear picture about his work and Honorable Justin Namere. What can you comment about the way they handle the officials and so on?
Yes, thank you. There was a Honorable Balaam, Minister Namere, engeri gye bakutte system is the way we are supposed to actually move. President waba yagamba ekisanja no corruption kyetulina okubaako. Minister Namere ne Honorable Balaam, actually Honorable Namere ne Honorable Balaam kuba oli state ono cabinet. Engeri gye batambuzaamu emirimu gyabwe yeyo yennyini erimu okutambuza eggwanga lino. Ne baminisita abakadde bandibadde bakola ekyo okuba twakakiraba. That's why it's picking up nti online yonna kati Namere ne Balaam bagyetisse. That's why they've picked up nti that shows you love your country, that shows you have passion for the people, that shows you love your job. Abantu bali mu office zino nga office batuddemu butuuzi nga they are not qualified, they don't have the qualifications, but they are sitting. But that doesn't happen. It's not what applies to Buvuma district where I come from. I'm not speaking for the people of Buvuma, but I'm speaking for Uganda at large too. But in Buvuma, I think we would welcome them, though some things may not go as we expect. But local government here, Buvuma ekituufu. Buvuma had to reach Buvuma budget yaffe eringa ukaddenga 400. Local revenue.
Okay.
It's like in 400, 500 million. That's very small money for a district like that. It's some people katife ne wage oyo alanga emirimu. We're just going to get it this year because me I sit at the district executive, I'm the chairperson, so I'm the head of administration at the district. But we're just getting the wage to actually advertise for the jobs. So Buvuma, I would rate it. It's doing good for itself. Buvuma had to reach. Buvuma ko ferry. Buvuma had to reach dala. So nzendoza Balaam, Honorable Balaam ne Minister Namere kintu bakikwaseza amaanyi, and we should actually applaud them. We should be grateful for the work they're doing. I'm sure the president is proud. Chavala yagamba nze nabaweereza bayombe nammwe because he knows his people. Nti tebawuliriza. So abantu bakwasa mukono gwa kyuma.
Do you think that's the right way to handle the government officials?
Yes. In a way, I think it's the right way because just that they would have moved with some technicals to advise. Some things they are kind of shameful. This was a government in a way. Engeri tozinza kwata musajja omusanze mu office kangeze DHO n'omusanga omusajja n'omukwata bakwata ba parish chief awo ne babasikasika. But I don't think they're doing it wrong. Just the way they are doing it, also moving together was kind of nga colliding, nga clashing. But since now they are not moving together, I assure, but then are they still moving together? Since they are not
but one is silent, another one seriously. In terms is on top.
But that's how it should be, cabinet and state. It should be like that. State tabbing a deputy, but turning assistant, assisting the other person.
Yeah.
Yes, so Balaam should obviously be the prominent one. He has to, I don't know, overshadow her, but what they're doing is good. I'm sure the president is proud.
We normally hear issues from that side of Buvuma Iceland. Nti abantu ebyennyanja ababagoba ku nnyanja biki. Don't you think that's the right time to welcome Minister Balaam to handle okuyamba ku ddoboozi lya Tracy nga kansala w'ekitundu, kansala wa district okubanga list agamba naye abasajja abakwata emmundu bakozesa balina engeri gye bakwatamu abantu baffe si kirungi. And you think that's the right time?
Yes, I think it's the right time, but ekituufu ab'amagye ku nnyanja engeri gye bayisa abantu aba UPDF kuliko ab'amagye bennyini UPDF on waters nti era nawo waliwo some sort of corruption and who knows you, but the way they treat people on Lake Victoria is not a good way. Bamenya abantu babasuza mu makomera, but for what? So I think Honorable Balaam and Minister Namere, they should just advise. I feel like they should just advise. But we got our minister. He's now the Minister of Fisheries. He's our MP. He's been there for 5 years. He's now the State Minister for Fisheries. He's called Brigadier Robert Ndugwa. He has done well for himself. He's now going to give us the directives on what's going to take place on the lake. Again, 2 new directives. And I feel like it's going to improve overall the whole lake. Kuba kati tufunye omwana owaffe w'okubizinga tiyategeera ebyaffe tosobola kwata fisheries n'ogiwa omuntu w'okulukalu. Naye fisheries bagiwadde mwana wa ku Buvuma. So he understands the situation and things are going to get better, hopefully. Recently, bagende Buyukwe. He went with Honorable Mutasinga to Buyukwe. Ne bawa provisions and directives. Ne batula ne ba fisheries officer. They guided them. So he's also coming to Buvuma to do the same. Things are getting better on the lake. The lake is settling. People are going to start fishing very soon. Enyanja bagenda jita.
So far you have not taken so long in the office. Joy Mukati. Naye baba emisango mugenda okumula tubeera mu elections ababa emisango buli omu ateekateeka okugwe. So far cases zosinga okuyisivinga like zosinga okuyisivinga cases emisango mostly kuba kati ekizinga kyonna kyemmanyi byaba abasinga babeera mu byennyanja babeera yebeera business daily life daily income whatever. Kese ki ekisinga okubeera ku kizinga?
Ekizinga kanjogerera Buvuma nakwogerera Kalangala Buvuma bimanyiwe waka naye cases zensinga ofuna si cases naye for us our main economic activity is fishing and farming. That is it. So fishing was the main one naye kati abantu baresorting to farming kuba ennyanja iyo ekituufu twegezaamu ffenna naye twegezaamu
ziti abantu baba bakuume oba just nti changes zizze
naturally mainly because there was a lot of illegal fishing in the past nti ennyanja ecosystem kati ate omuntu wala obuto banabuzaala batya. I don't know if you understand bakijeyo ntya ennyanja ecosystem what you give it is what it gives you. Do you understand? So there was a lot of illegal fishing. Our UPDF weyajjira lwakuba ine UPDF engeri gye yali ekikolamu tekyali very kind to the people, but kati abantu baresortinze to farming. Kati twafuna ne company, waliwo company bagiyita Bidiko pushinze to Buvuma. It was in Kalangala, then it came to Buvuma now we grow oil palm. A lot of land is now on evidence, so even our local revenue is raising because of that Bidiko. But the fishing, it's very unfortunate that the lake has been not responding as to how it should, but it's going to settle very soon because the Nyanja have been inactive for some time. But the cases I get in my office, abasirikale engeri gye bayisaamu abantu ku nnyanja okwo lwakuba kati of course kitono ate I've not been in office for so long I cannot speak for everyone, but engeri y'amagye gye gayisaamu abantu ku nnyanja okwo tebadde nnungi in the past, not now.
Alright. Honorable Nansubuka ku nsonga ya Honorable Minister manyi omu ku bantu bwentunuulira nga ndaba anyumirwa nnyo ofiisi ye. I don't know whether that's because of the fame oba nti tagenda nnyo mu struggle ya kalulu, tagenda mu struggle ya kalulu, ajja buzi direct bamugamba nti munnaye jangu. So manyi oba ogenzeko mu struggle ya kalulu ndowooza nti oba ogamba abantu bange banandaba batya, oba olina okwejjako ate amabanja banja g'obuulidde ng'oli periodi y'ebyobufuzi. But on Mr. Balaam, we have a Rakai. Kyemmanyi wali ku mukolo kujja oba munaku zomugiyita kimeeza, alina ekimeeza kyatera okukola conference ne zijja. But mu briefing or to briefing, how was his work that side? How did he perform?
On his performance in Rakai, before we to have a meeting as leaders and technicals of the district and the administrative unit of the district, we went and called people. Naye abantu be Rakai case gye balina it was one. Twasooka gundi gye twasooka okukola rally. Yali mu Rakai Town Council. Awo mu kifo wennyini tetwavaawo at Royal Gardens Park of the Kamuswag of Kochi. People came with cases of elections of LC1. They had not voted. And the minister called upon Mrs. Deborah, that is Asimwe Deborah, the electoral chairperson, is the chairperson of Rakai. And they settled the issue. They planned on the next day on handling the elections. They held the elections and people were contented. The other thing, I only had this with one person. It was only one person that claimed that they asked the wife for money before giving her PDM. And this person, when they asked him, who asked you for this money? The person said, Simumenyi. Are you sure, Alvin, if I ask you for money, you will not know me?
May also no. Consider my protection.
Oh, please, leave alone protection. You know, when you've seen how this works in other districts, you mean it's only Rakai that would love not to expose someone? Meaning, people at that point, that man had only, why wouldn't he say nze yajja nze nga musajja and I asked for PDM Empire send? Why would he claim a wife? And the wife was not there. They asked him, can you bring your wife? And he said, no. Omuchala sirina yeka. You hear how weird that is. After we moved to my own sub-county, that is Rwanda sub-county, people raised a case of one police officer, that is the police office of Rwanda sub-county. This guy said he arrests you even when you go to visit someone at police. So is it RPC, they handled the issue. Yeah. And the DPC of Rakai, they handled that issue. The other issue was people claimed at a health center in my sub-county, they asked them for money. When they called all medical personnel that are working at that health center 3, they asked them, can you point at someone who actually asks you for money? And these people were bluntly like standing, taina cheya yogera. And afterwards they started praising how good these health workers were. And I believe the senior midwife was even given some gift of 30,000 for being too nice, because this woman is so nice. Then the other thing was the young people of Rakai came out and asked Honorable Balaam to eliminate betting in our district. And they said, actually, they told him these words. I can quote them directly because this young man is from my village. He said, Honorable Balaam, ne wotatuwa chintu kyonna e Rakai, naye n'otuyamba n'otuggyirawo. What do they call betting mu Luganda?
Akapapula.
N'otugirawo okusiba akapapula. No, there was Zaala, n'otugirawo Zaala. Era Honorable Balaam left and the next day we made sure machines zino eza Zaala zonna ziri eliminated mu sub-county yaffe.
Okay, naye brief notes about the Zaala, ekireeta Zaala kuba abantu batabalina mirimu nga basuubira nti bajja kuzannyazannya bayite mu lunaku. But recently President Museveni wrote a letter, but mostly we are going to talk about the letter. The letter was huge, but we're just going to pick one thing about the torture. President came out and said that 50 years in his leadership and also regime, that he has never ordered anyone to torture anyone. But we have seen cases nga tulaba abaana emigongo nga giriko staff engeri gye bakwatamu abantu. Just as a Ugandan, you can speak, you can talk about it as a Ugandan. Was the president really sure of what he said? Okugamba bannayuganda wakati mulimu n'abamu be twakalaba nga just of recent twabasaamu Mugumya nga alaga nti she was tortured. Nate president avaayo atugamba for 56 years kwata tuwa leadership zokka atuwa ne yatandikira struggle. Nze nga munnamawulire ndaba nga president unless nga si yatufuga oba si yatufuga.
As a Ugandan, as a Muzzukulu, as a loyal card of NRM, I can say yes, there is this that Andrew Mwenda and President Museveni have been having issues here and there. But then when you talked about the issue of torture, you said, what did you say? You said the president orders for torture. And I can say, I disagree with you. That is one thing I want to say.
The statement is, president rejected the issues and the accusations that he is the one ordering the over armed forces, over the people in authority, okubanga batuchalinga abantu.
He was very right.
But he's the president.
Yes, he's the president.
He's the head of the state.
But remember, is it our president that is torturing the people? Why aren't you blaming these people in these offices?
But he's the one in charge.
Oh, please. I want to say this.
Okay.
If maybe I'm a managing director at the hospital, am I the one ordering maybe a nurse or a midwife to mistreat a patient?
You may not be the one, but you are accountable.
Good, thank you. Oh, please. Do not bring this, but you are. The but.
You are accountable. Why are you accountable? Being the head of the state or being the manager of the certain institution, you always held meetings of these people, and mostly some of them you are the one appointing.
This I'm going to take it back to the people.
Okay.
Because when we hold meetings with these officers.
Yeah.
We are not holding meetings with the people claiming to be tortured. You understand? If this I would say, if maybe there would be a certain time maybe when you would bring out these people and they actually accuse they call maybe for a meeting, and these people are saying they are tortured. They claim that this so and so did this to me. You understand? Because we are at a point where we are pointing the president being someone ordering others to torture others. But then we are forgetting that when the president is calling for meetings, he's actually sitting with these people in offices. He is not sitting with these people in offices and these other people. You understand? That is one thing I think I can say I admire about the Rwandan president. That is Paul Kagame.
Okay, why?
Paul Kagame, when there is an issue, bro, he will go to the civilians. He would go there. And you complain to him, you get. But the only time,
is now
wait, oh please, yes.
That means that he's a judge. I can't move to each and every.
But I've lived proudly with a grandmother and I've always addressed my issues to my judge. Do you know that?
I know.